Welcome to the news that informs. This is Nasal's Press News Update. My name is Lois Adeoye. Listen to the headline. Senior lecturer in the Department of English launches his maiden novel. Now to the main news. Dr. Charles Akinshite, a senior lecturer in the Department of English at the University of Ibadan, launched his maiden novel titled Broken Dreams on Lofty Hills on December 3rd, 2024. The event, which took place in room 32 of the Faculty of Arts, was attended by several dignitaries including Professor S.O Oyetade, the Dean of Arts, Professor Nelson Fashina, head of the Department of English, Mr. Dickson Edward, Managing Director of Nigerian Tribune, the Dean of Student Affairs, Professor A Abiona, Dr. Lasisi Olagunju, Editor-in-Chief of Nigerian Tribune, Professor Aderemi Raji, a senior lecturer in the Department of English, Dr. Bolarinwa, senior lecturer in the Department of Linguistics. Various lecturers from the department and faculty also graced the occasion. Also present at the event are students, families, and friends of the author. Mr. Edward Dickson, the special guest of honor, in a speech commended Dr. Akinshite's dedication and also stated that he believed strongly that the book will reach many places. Our correspondent Florence Alade was at the venue of the event to speak to the author, lecturers, and participants. Florence, over to you.
Good afternoon, Dr. Charles.
Good afternoon, thank you.
So, congratulations on your book launch today. We are so happy for you. And yes, I would like to ask that what inspired you to write this book?
Well, I have written 2 collections of poetry, and I've always nurtured the idea of writing a novel. And of course, human experiences are far and in between, both personal and collective. So when you look at your society, you want to replicate part of the human experiences with a view to basically exploring and giving opportunities for people to critique and revalue the society and towards advancement and progress. So the idea is just for me to try my hand in the novelistic genre of literary endeavor, so that's just.
All right, so I also want to know, what are your challenges, what you experience in the course of writing this book, even the publishing, and even till today?
Wow, it took me about 4.5 years to write this book, and but I wrote almost 50, or let me say 51% of this book under 2 months, under a favorable environment. When you're teaching and all that, it's difficult for you, but the opportunity that you have when you are out of the tough terrain that is filled with distractions will definitely affect the quality of your writing and even the time. So the challenge was just looking for that quiet spot to think and reevaluate what I've written before, and then continue to put to pen different forms of experiences that I've also gathered over time. So it was really challenging, but I'm glad that I was able to surmount those challenges.
So well done, sir. And yes, we would also like you to tell the public how you felt today, how the whole program went, the book launch, the people that came, the presence of everyone around. I would like you to tell us how you felt today.
I really feel good. Permit me to use this Yoruba saying or proverb, so we are practically nothing without others, and for me, I am nothing without others. So even the publisher, of course, even if I have the idea and the publisher refuses to do a good job, there's nothing to celebrate for. So today it's not my celebration, it's our celebration. It's a collective happiness for me, and I'm also happy that people are happy and that they have something to look forward to, in the literary space.
Yes, and then lastly, I would like to know, I want you to tell us the importance of this book to the literary world? What this book will contribute to the world of literature?
Well, technically speaking, I don't think I'm in the position to say that. Well, I'm not wishing death upon myself or anybody, but remember Roland Barthes, the book Death of the Author. So it means that once you write, that's the end. So it's left for the critic. But you heard what the reviewer said, and I quote, it says, well, that the author was able to create another level of what do you call it, dream, is it genre or something like that? So I don't know. So it's left for you to read and then tell me the contributions of this to the world.
So thank you so much, Dr. Charles, and I would like to say congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon.
So what's your name?
I'm Dr. Rita Okonobo of the Department of English, University of Ibadan.
Okay, so Dr. Rita, I would like to ask you, what's your contribution to about the author? What can you say about the author?
Okay, Dr. C.T. Akinshete of the Department of English has been a scholar of repute. His creative genius is something that one has to keep reading him every day to appreciate better the importance of literature in contemporary Nigeria and in Africa in general.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma. So I can see that you are also in line in that, in line in the literature world. So I would like to ask also that, what can you say, what do you feel like this book will contribute to the literary world, of English?
All right. From the title of the book, Broken Dreams on Lofty Hills, it gives us an insight into a sector of society one may not necessarily see that combines with the arts. When you think of arts and psychology now, you look at dreams, you look at the poetic way in which the book is presented, offers a different perspective of how literature can perfectly mirror society, identifying issues that affect people and recommending ways people can address these issues as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Rita.
Donald Watson.
Okay, so Mr. Donald Watson, we can see that you are here today for Mr. Charles' book launch, and then I would like to ask you some questions about the program today. So, how are you related to Dr. Charles?
I am his teaching assistant, so we co-coordinate GS201, so that's why I'm here. He was my lecturer while I was doing my master's. Now I'm doing my PhD, so we work together.
Okay, all right, thank you, sir. So I would also like to ask that, how did you feel today? How did the book launch went? How was the program?
I am a critic, so when I see someone coming up with a critical work like this, it's a very big credit to Dr. Charles. I'm very happy. That was why I had to suspend every other thing and make sure I'm here today to make sure I witness it to myself. It went very well. I'm so happy for the chairman, the dean of the school, student affairs, and I am so happy for the HOD and other people. The donations, the way the students took it, it makes me feel joyous inside of me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Watson.
My name is Peace.
Okay, Peace. This book launch that happened today right at Room 32, and I know that it's not just a book launch, there are other things that happened here today. So I would like to ask you if there are other things that you gained here today.
Okay, I think one thing I generally learned I generally observed was the fact that Dr. Charles, beyond his achievements as a lecturer, as a teacher, was able to impact the lives of people, and that was basically one of the things that we could see. The fact that people came to support him was not necessarily just because he was a lecturer or a teacher, but much more because he had made impact in the lives of people and they were willing to support. And I think that's a very beautiful thing.
So thank you so much, Peace. And this is Omobolanle Florence Alade reporting for Nacelles Press.
Thank you very much for joining us today. That will be all for today. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms. Nacelles Press, bringing voices, present change.